multilateral discussions on achieving a strong force as Nigerians in diaspora, taking place on Friday, the 1st of December 2023. Venue, Atlantic Cyprus Center, 10 Concord Road, Bedfordville, Johannesburg, South Africa. Time, 5 p.m. Arrivals and media interviews. 6 p.m. Town Hall meeting. Event organized by Nigerian Spies. For more information, call +27 63 614 7532. WhatsApp +27 66 224 7498. Email info@nigerianspies.org. Instagram @nigerianspies_NS. Website www.nigerianspies.org. See you there. It's happening again. Nigerian Spies presents a town hall meeting. Theme: multilateral discussions on achieving a strong force as Nigerians in diaspora. Taking place on Friday, the 1st of December 2023. Venue, Atlantic Cyprus Center, 10 Concord Road, Bedfordville, Johannesburg, South Africa. Time, 5 p.m. Arrivals and media interviews. 6 p.m. Town Hall meeting. Event organized by Nigerian Spies. For more information, call +27 63 614 7532. WhatsApp +27 66 224 7498. Email info@nigerianspies.org. Instagram @nigerianspies_NS. Website www.nigerianspies.org. See you there.
A great time on the African Portal Radio TV International. I want to sincerely welcome every one of you, no matter the country you are, no matter where you're connecting to this broadcast this hour. Welcome to the African Portal Radio TV International. And I want to sincerely thank my guests in the studio. Thank you, Ma, for your time. And thank you for the great work you are doing for this great community, especially for the Nigerian community in South Africa. This is beyond the tribe. This is about our nation. It's nation building. And we really appreciate the great work you are doing. You need no more introduction because you are well known in our community. And it's very hard for people to start asking questions who you are, especially on the African Portal, because of the relationship and because of the collaboration. You become one of the most prominent people on the African Portal Radio TV International. As a matter of fact, somebody once told me that you deserve the African Portal Award 2023 because you're more conversant on the African Portal space. All right. Okay, with that, let's quickly welcome this great woman of our time. No matter the country you are connecting to this broadcast, no matter where you are, join me to welcome one of the great leaders, one of the women of our time that believes so much in this great continent, Africa, believes so much in Nigeria coming together, and believes so much in what we call Ubuntu. We are because you are. All right, let's welcome Dr. Bumi Alabi to this program. But for the people that is joining us for the first time, Dr. Alabi, I would like you to introduce yourself properly, most especially talking about the post you hold in the society. Please, ma, go ahead and introduce yourself to the listeners at home.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me, and good evening to all the viewers. My name is Bumi Alabi. I'm a medical doctor. I'm a pediatrician, specialist pediatrician by training. And so I do that. That's my daytime job. And I'm the founder of Nigerian Spies. which is a non-profit organization whose main focus is to tell positive Nigerian stories and to portray us Nigerians in a good light, especially those of us who are hardworking, law-abiding citizens and who are adding value to wherever we are found. So we at Nigerian Spice feel that our stories are not being told and the wrong people are representing us. The wrong people are fronting for us and being the face of Nigeria. And at Nigerian Spice, we say no. We need to let the world know that we are the spice, that we spice things up in a good way. And we need to tell our own stories. We need to tell the stories of, the amazing Nigerians all over. There's something special about, Nigerians generally. We tend to stand out wherever we are. And Nigerian Spice is here to tell that story. So, yeah.
Okay, thank you very much, ma. I really appreciate that. And I just want to let you know, for those of you connecting to this broadcast, kindly share this program. The more you share it, the more you give it opportunity to go viral. One of the great achievements that we achieved in the last couple of weeks is that we managed to host a program where we have a discussion under one roof, where we bring all Nigerians together. Let's start with that before we continue with the conversation, because a lot of people would like to also have a kind of report of the last event. Before we go to the future, let's talk about the past. Let's talk about the previous programs. Let's talk about the turnout. Let's talk about the achievement. Please tell us a bit about the past programs. What are the achievements and what are the things that people would like to know about?
The last program that we had, we had, well, should I call it a conference? It was it was a meeting. I like to call it a conversation dinner because yes, we're eating, but we're also talking. Sorry, are you still seeing me? I'm having a problem with my camera.
Okay. We can see you. Go ahead, ma. We can see you.
Okay. All right. So the last program we had is on the 20th of October, 2023 at the Da Vinci Hotel in Santin. The theme was called the One Nigeria Conundrum, unraveling the challenges and difficulties in achieving that one Nigeria utopia. Basically, it was about, finding out why are we so fragmented? Why are we not one? Because as I said earlier, Nigerian Spice is, rebranding basically, because we believe we've been branded wrongly. Nigerian Spice is rebranding the Nigerian, but it becomes difficult to brand something that is fragmented, to brand a product that in itself is busy tearing itself apart, and we always know that, we're very, very ethnic. It's, and it was no more evident than it was in our last election, our last general election in Nigeria. And even in our elections here in South Africa of our community groups, we start to see everybody is veering to their own ethnic group. Nobody is interested in what does the other person have to offer, what qualities are in the other person. It's first my ethnic group and then, so we're not together. We're not presenting ourselves as one. We're presenting ourselves, technically like many countries rather than as one country. So the whole point was, of that last meeting was, let's look at what is wrong. Why are we not getting it right? Why are we call ourselves, we say we are one Nigeria, but are we really one Nigeria in practice? And that was really what it was. And it was, it was a wonderful meeting. We had a conference moderator, a dear friend of mine, Dr. Ann Ijoma, and where, we had a good representation of, people across the different ethnic groups. We had the Igbos well represented, both individually and also by the chairperson of the Ohaneze Igbo in South Africa. We had the one of the executives, one of the senior executives of the Ishekiri Association. We had the Northern Forum also well represented. We had representatives of the Yoruba communities, NAIDSA. Unfortunately, the chairperson of AITA missed the event. I think he had the dates wrong, but he definitely will be at the next event. So we had representation. We had religious leaders. We had bishops. We had the chief imam of the Muslim community. We had broad representation. So we were able to discuss, across board. It's if I start telling individually what each person said and what each person said, there is a report being put together, which it's actually in its final stages, and it's going to be submitted to our foreign nations desk in this week. Just to intimate them as to what was said and how it went and all that. But basically, everybody spoke their hearts. People spoke, they said what they felt the problem was, and having identified the various problems, in a the latter session, we started trying to see how we can prefer solutions. But obviously, this is not a topic, as you can imagine, this is not a topic for one day. So the next event that we're having is building on the last event that we had, where now we're going to have a town hall meeting. Again, we're going to have full representation from all the 36 states of the country as much as possible. So not just ethnic groups now, actual states of origin, the way we have it back home in Nigeria, where we are now going to come together and say, how do we, those of us who are here in diaspora, how do we brand ourselves? How do we bond together so that we can now, achieve things? We can only be effective as a group when we are bonded together, when we are actually a strong brand. So that's the whole purpose of, that was how the last meeting went, and that's the purpose of the meeting coming forward.
All right. Thank you very much, Ma, for that briefing. Thank you for giving us the updates on the past event. And I'm so excited to let you know this is gaining momentum on our space. Please keep sharing it, keep talking about it. For those of you that you are just coming in, please join us to share this program. Dr. Bumi Alabi, Dr. Princess Bumi Alabi, live and direct on the African Portal Radio TV International. And we are having conversation about us, about Nigeria. Let's talk about ourselves. Let's deal with issues that have to do with us. Let's look at some certain things that is actually causing problem in our society, in our community. And let's talk about things that make other people to hate us as a nation. Some people don't want to hear the name Nigeria. And that's made a lot of Nigerians to go into hiding. I was discussing with you a few days ago that I come across a guy. He's a Nigerian guy. He doesn't look Nigerian. He have to go and shake, have a lot of beard, look like a tabligh, like a typical Indian man. And I was shocked when he speaks Yoruba. So there are billions of Yoruba, Nigeria, Igbos, or wherever around South Africa, but they are in hiding. They don't want to identify with anybody. As a matter of fact, when they hear the name, they keep their passport. They don't want to show their passport because of the bad names that we carry around. And this is what we are working towards with Nigerian spies. And it's the right time for us to get it right, because we cannot continue living in isolation. We cannot continue hiding our head. We cannot continue deny our country. Some people are Nigeria. When they have to say they are Ghana, they are Ghanaians. Or they say I'm Togo or I'm Benin. I mean, this is an embarrassment to our personality. So you cannot even boldly say, I'm a Nigeria and I'm a proudly Nigeria, because you don't want to be treated in different way. And this is gaining momentum, especially here in South Africa. The system have been designed around us, and they are killing us one by one. If I'm using the word killing, I'm not talking about the killing in the times of killing. I'm talking about getting us down one by one, because we are not a broom that is cut. I mean, that is put together. We are broom that is standing one by one. And in Nigeria and in Yoruba content, when the broom is together, it's difficult for any woman being to break it. There is no way you can break a combined broom. But when broom is standing one here, one there, you can cut it, you can break it. You can break it at any time. And now this would be a kind of advice to those of you that you are hiding yourself. You don't want to identify. You are living in isolation. You live in Lodium, where you know that in Lodium they are all. I mean, they cannot even think that you are in Nigeria. It's only India, so they will not know that I'm in Nigeria. Please, that will not help us because of our children and because of our future. So let's deal with the problem right now. And that is why we have this town hall meeting coming up on this Friday, 1st of December 2023. And that is why we are putting this great woman on the spotlight. I took my time to explain the reason why she's on the spotlight this hour. And I know she's very busy, but I just have to make sure that I get her done here. All right, man, let's quickly look at coming Friday. Let's talk about this town hall meeting. Tell us a bit about it and what is the idea behind it.
Okay, thank you very much. So yeah, I like the Yoruba should I say, saying that you said, where we as a broom, I think we're all Nigerians. We all know the traditional broom that is made up of many hundreds of broomsticks banded together. That is what makes our traditional broom. I'm not talking of the English brush that is on a stick. The traditional broom is similar to the Lesotho broom. I see that broom in Lesotho. Same thing, individual broomsticks all banded together now makes a very strong broom that you cannot just bend it and break it, but take each broomstick, you will easily snap it. And that's exactly what Nigerian Spice is trying to prevent. This thing of everybody doing its own thing, his own thing or her own thing in one little corner of South Africa, everybody standing alone, and we are not a force as a broom. A broom can sweep a place spotless, sweep every last bit of dirt, every last bit of dust, but a broomstick cannot. Even if the broomsticks come one after the other, you will never get that place clean so long as you are doing it as a broomstick. We all have to come together as a broom and actually do the sweeping. So I love that analogy, and that's it puts it very succinctly what we are trying to achieve. The meeting coming up on Friday is a follow-on to the one where we had on the 20th of October, where we sat down and spoke to each other about where we think the problems are, where we think the issues are. This is now going to say, okay, we have identified the problems. Let's move forward. How do we now do it? What do we do? How do we get a strong representation? How do we become a strong force to be reckoned with in diaspora? And how do we deal together as a people with the negative connotation that has been given to us as Nigerians? I mean, it's everywhere. I had a meeting with a real estate agent. Today is Saturday. Today is Sunday. On Friday, 2 days ago, and she sat in my office, and I was telling her about Nigerian Spice. She's a white woman, white South African, and I said to her, "When you hear the word Nigeria, what do you think of?" I was basically just trying to suss her out and just do it like a spot survey. And I said, she was trying to be diplomatic initially. I said, She said, oh, when I hear Nigeria, I think of color, I think of, I said, no, let me rephrase. When you hear, oh, a Nigerian is involved, what do you think? She just went, ah. That was her response. And that says it all. She now said, to be honest with you, it's negative. And that's really what that's what we experience all the time. But she knows me, she respects me as a person. But she only knows one person. We now need to tell stories of lots of people like me, so that they now see that, oh, this same woman who said it's negative, but she likes me and she respects me, this same woman will now be able to say, oh, so there's lots of them that are actually good people. There's lots of them all over the show. Wow, how did I not know? So that's what we're going to come together on Friday to discuss. How do we come together and present ourselves as a strong force? So we are enjoining everyone, to come and be a part of this. Come and have your say. Come and, if you, I'm sure everyone, even those who are hiding, and there are plenty who are hiding. The reason they're hiding is because they don't want to be associated with anything negative. They don't want to be colored with the same negative brush that colors everyone. All the people that have given us a bad name, because that's not to say that people haven't given us a bad name. There are people who have given us a bad name. Unfortunately, the good people have kept quiet for too long. The good people have not come out to tell their stories. They've not come out in their numbers. So we have quietly allowed the unsavory acts of some of our fellow citizens to define us. And Nigerian Spice is saying, no, we will no longer do that. We will now allow the majority of Nigerians who happen to be good people, law-abiding people, people with a conscience. We will allow the majority to define us, but we will have to tell the stories, and those majority will have to come out. I'm sure everybody wants to get to a place where they are proud of their country. Anyone who comes from America is proud to brandish their American passport. Even people, Nigerians who acquire American passports, they suddenly keep their green one behind and they are waving the blue one, that is their passport. They are more proud of the acquired one than the one they were born with. So we need to now start working towards, and I'm enjoining everyone. It's something we will all do together. I want everyone to come and be a part of this. I want everyone to come out. If you know that you are not the kind of Nigerian who the country should be ashamed of, please come and join us, because there are plenty more like you. So we want everyone to come and join so that we can all start changing the narrative of what is out there.
I love that. I love that, changing the narrative of what is already out there and giving it a new look and rebranding it and telling it. And it's the right time for us to tell our story and to let the world know that we are not what they call us. We are not what they say we are. We are not a drug dealer. We are not. That is not our name. That's some people standing out there doing that. That's not means that is who we are. We are not abuser. And we are not the people that is arrived here to come and cause chaos in this place. We are here to be part of the community. We are here to be part of the solution. We don't want to be part of the problem, even though if there is some certain things that is happening, we are ready to go extra mile to fix some of the things that has been damaged. And this is the right time to do that. And one of the things that I love about what you, Charisma, is about building our own brand, having our own school. I don't see anything stop us to have Nigeria International School. If German can have it, if Japan can have it, if other part of the world can have it, nothing stop us as in Nigeria to have Nigeria International School here in South Africa and beyond. Well, let's talk about the this coming Friday. One of the things that will be gaining momentum during this conversation will be what I just mentioned now. How can we achieve this is the question people asking. I don't want you to go into details, but I just want you to let the world know that it's possible and we are working towards it. Go ahead.
No, there are too many. Ever since, in fact, ever since I started working on this project, this Nigerian Spice, it has made me to know lots more Nigerians, quality human beings, people that I am so proud to say these are my fellow citizens who are doing amazing work. They are experts in their field. They are experts, world-class experts in the field of whatever they do. They are touching their little communities. It's just that everything is in silos. And nobody is, we're not connected. We're not networked with each other. So it's definitely, once we start to harness all the talent that is available within our citizenry, the sky is the limit. Honestly, the sky is just the limit. There's nothing we will not be able to achieve when we, band together and draw on all the existing talent. We have experts in the area of education, academics generally at all level, whether high school academics, university academics, there are experts there. In the medical field, full ground, that's my area. In business, what can I say, in construction, architecture, we have experts, people who are at the top of their game right here in this country, but nobody knows, nobody, nobody is aware of them. So these are things we're going to start talking, we talk about on Friday, on how to band together, how to channel all our talents, and we'll start, doing great things.
Much, man. We are going to be doing great things, and that great things that we are doing also needs to be spread out. So for those of you connecting, please share this program. One of the things that I want you to know is that Nigerian names spread so quickly, especially when something wrong. Yes. And the media space have paid so much, contribute a lot to this. I realize, because I'm in the media space, and I realize that the bad news about Nigeria is gaining more momentum on South African space than any other place in the world. And the way we can change the narrative is for us to tell our story by ourselves, is for us to also put ourselves back on the spotlight. And that is exactly the point of us being here tonight, to also rebrand and retell our story to the world, that we are ready for it, and we are ready for solution. We are ready to bring the progress that this country needs. We look at what is happening in our communities, most especially when we look at the Black community all over the world. It seems to be like there is something called the Black spirit affecting some of our community. That would be one of the areas that I want us to look into. Is there anything wrong with us as Black? Why is it that most of the place that we settle down, even though the system is working there before, immediately we settle there, the system seems not to working properly, or immediately we took over the power, the system seems not to working perfectly. The example is there all over the world. You can see it. Look at South Africa, look at the ESCOM, look at what it, man, because you are selling a brand and you are rebranding, and it's a good thing for us to be identified the problem from the root. Is there anything wrong with us, or is it just a mere saying?
No, I don't believe anything is wrong with us. Honestly, if you ask me, and this is my personal opinion, I believe that every people have a way they do their things. It is just unfortunate, and this is like I said, this is my personal opinion. This is what I shared with my children. I believe that we already traditionally, and if you go into history, traditionally as Black people, and I can speak only of my own culture, at least Yoruba culture, traditionally we had how we did our things. We had our own manner, a system of government. We had our, which was the monarchy, but the monarchy had a council, and that council had people in it that represented different interests and they had their different portfolios. We had how we had always done our things. And there was no chaos back then, as far as I know, as far as I have read and researched. But the colonial masters came and they brought their own way. And let me tell you one thing. In Yoruba, we say, oh, limo, oshoju ye osholo. You can never copy a person's thing and do it expertly like him, like the owner of the thing. It's just not possible. You can never copy a person and do his thing expertly or even better than him. So all we have been trying to do with leadership is to copy our colonial masters who came and told us, throw away your own manner of leadership and, imbibe ours. So I believe already that's where we got it wrong. Trying to use westernized solutions to our African issues and African problems. I think if we start going back and now understanding who our people are and how our people are best led, I think we'll start, making some headway. So that's we. So I don't believe that there's any wrong African spirit or there's something. No, we are just not. We're just borrowing someone else's thing to do. And I think if we start understanding ourselves and doing our own thing, I think we will get it right.
Oh wow, I love that. I love that. So the issue is that it's like a borrowing shoe. I mean, you're not the one that buy it, so you don't look at the size. You just borrow the shoe, and when you put your leg in, it's either it's too big or it's too small. And unfortunately, you can't adjust it, so you have to wear it like that. So if it's too big, you wear it like that. Maybe you put some. Maybe
if the shoe is too big, it will affect the way you walk. Even if the shoe is tight, it will affect the way you walk. You will not be able to walk confidently and comfortably. You will be limping. You will be, because the shoe is not fitting, or you'll be carrying your leg somehow because the shoe wants to fall down every time you lift your leg. So once it's not yours, there's no way it will be perfect.
Even when you are trying to put some certain thing in the front of the shoe to make it fit your leg, it will still show that this is a big size. And when it's too small, it's either you press it, you make it the half shoe. Though it's a cover shoe, but you make it the half shoe. So that is one of the things. So let's not decolonize. That is what we are calling for now. Let's decolonize. Let's now go back to the roots. Let's sit down and rebuild and reshape. And this is not only for Nigerians. You know that the African portal is for Africa. This is for all African countries. And this is what is causing divide between us. You will see some people going after the fellow blacks and they're saying, oh, we don't want these people again in our country, in the same continent. This is the only continent where you travel from Cape Town to Johannesburg and you will find police stopping you more than 20 times, checking your passports, asking you questions. Police is saying that they want to know whether you are from here in your continent. And the same people go to Europe. You travel from France to Germany, from Germany to Netherlands, and nobody asks you any question. What is wrong? We need to sit down and look at where exactly the problem is, so that we can be able to deal with this problem before we transfer this problem to the next generation. I'm so excited. I don't want to say it all. I want to keep it to Friday. And I'm so excited that I have opportunity to have this conversation with you. And I'm so excited about the responding that I'm getting from you. But unfortunately, the time is no longer on our side, as I promised that I'm not going to take much of your time. So I just want us to wrap up this conversation from here. And I want you to please give us a kind of wrap up because of your time. This conversation, then we'll continue on Friday. But let's use this time to invite everyone, everywhere you are in South Africa. Let's meet this Friday. It's going to be a great time. I'm going to repeat the jingle again before we out of this program. But ma, please go ahead and let's get what is in your mind to everyone listening to this conversation before we say goodbye.
So yeah, thank you for the opportunity to extend an invitation to everyone who is of Nigerian origin, from whatever ethnic group you are, please come and be a part of this conversation. This is our town hall meeting. This is our family meeting as Nigerians. Let's meet and talk to each other. If you know that you are not the kind of Nigerian that is bringing shame to Nigeria, please, I'm asking you to come. If you know you are not of the group that is because of you, people are talking bad about Nigeria, please, I want you to come and attend this event on Friday. Let us start to map a way forward so that we can all work towards a country we can be proud of and our children can be proud of. We want our children to be as proud of where we come from, where we grew up, the same way that they are proud of South Africa. If you are one of those Nigerians who are married to South Africans, they are definitely proud of half of their origin. What of the other half? Let us work towards making them proud of the other half. Let us work, come and contribute your portion towards the kind of result you want to see. I like something that I heard. I was listening to a program, an interview of a guest yesterday, and one of the guests said something, and I want to borrow that phrase. He said, you must look at politics. You must look at the country as a political stockfell. That's how he put it. And I didn't quite understand what he meant. He said it's a political stockfell. And he now broke it down by saying a stockfell is you put in, then one day you get out. So he said you must look at your country like a political stockfell. Whatever you put in is what you will get out. If you hope to get something out, you have to put something in. So I'm enjoining everyone and I'm inviting you, come and put something in so that we can all get something out. And I believe that something is a Nigeria that we'll all be very proud of.
All right, thank you very much, everyone, and I really appreciate you, ma. Thank you for your time, and I really thank you for that. Ma, please, before you go, a lot of people would love to know more about it. Let me just quickly put this jingle on as we run. Let me just put jingle on. I'm coming back.
It's happening again. Nigerian Spies presents a town hall meeting. Theme: multilateral discussions on achieving a strong force as Nigerians in diaspora. Taking place on Friday, the 1st of December 2023. Venue: Atlantic Cyprus Center, 10 Concord Road, Bedfordville, Johannesburg, South Africa. Time: 5 p.m. Arrivals and media interviews. 6 p.m. Town hall meeting. Event organized by Nigerian Spies. For more information, call +27 63 614 7532. WhatsApp +27 66 224 7498. Email info@nigerianspies.org. Instagram @nigerianspies_NS. Website www.nigerianspies.org. See you there.
Right, everyone. See you there. All the information is already in that jungle that we played just now. So please, I'm begging you, please come out. Let's do it together. Together we can make this continent a best continent. Together we can rebrand our name. It's not a one-man show. This is everyone's show. So let's come together, let's trade together, let's put all the hands on the deck, and let's find solution, permanent solution to some of the problems that we are facing. Let's prove to our host that we are good people and we are ready for it. I mean, about a few hours ago, I was in Johannesburg Central, recording and being part of the march that's happening in Johannesburg Central, all the way from the Newtown to Constitutional Hill. I mean, to pray for this great country. As Nigeria is a giant of Africa, South Africa is also the spice of Africa. So when we come together, if you look at the map, Nigeria is the gun and South Africa is the nozzle. So let's do it together. Let's do it together. Together we can. And that is why we are so divided, because they know that there's so much solution that we can provide. And that is why there is so much division among us. Divide to rule. And let's get rid of that among us. Let's love ourselves. Let everyone that is using political space to divide this continent stop it. Stop making people hating themselves, regardless of what. We are one Africa. We are first Africa before we become what we become. And let's have that at the back of our mind. And let's work towards the progress. Thank you very much for those of you connecting to this program this hour. I really appreciate it. And I want to sincerely thank you, but thank you for coming out to be part of this conversation. Out of your busy schedule, you come out to join us and to tell the people about what is going to happen on this Friday, 1st of December. Thank you very much, ma, and God bless you. Have a great evening and have a beautiful week ahead of you. And as we are rounding up this section to everyone that is connecting, ma, some people will love to, they say they want you to give them a kind of word of advice. I just got that message now. Please just advise some Nigeria that is hiding their faces and they don't want to identify with Nigeria. Please, a word of advice from you today.
Yeah, I used to be one of those people. I would just, be quietly doing my thing. Like these days, I'm always wearing Ankara. Everybody, in fact, all my clothes are made of Ankara. Everything I wear is made of Ankara. Whether it's a suit, a jacket, whether it's a top, it's everything I wear is made. Trousers is made of Ankara. Those days I used to shop in Foschini and Truworths wearing English clothes because I didn't want to be identified. Because when people see you wearing Ankara, they would think either you are from Nigeria or from Congo. And I didn't want to be identified because I didn't want any stain. But the fact is, you can't hide indefinitely. You can't hide. At some point or somewhere, it will still come out. Even if it's while you are filling a form and you have to identify your country of origin, especially if you have not become a naturalized South African, it will still come out. So why don't you stop hiding and come out and contribute to this political stockpile so that we can now start building, changing the narrative, changing the country to what you want it to be. I believe that it is when you come out of hiding and you do your part, you network with similar people, then we can start all together making a difference. So please come out of hiding and join us. I want to also use this opportunity to invite everyone to go to the website, nigerianspice.org. If you go to the website, you will see details. In fact, right there on the landing page, you will see details of this event. There is a button there. If you click on the venue, it will open up a map that will take you to the venue. So please visit the website. There's lots of information there about, who we are, what we stand for, and how we can be of assistance. So.
All right, everyone. This is where we're going to be drawing the curtain. Thank you very much, Ma, for coming out to be part of this conversation. I really appreciate it. I budgeted it to be 45 minutes, and I'm working towards that to make sure that we don't stretch it beyond the normal. Thank you very much, Ma. I really appreciate you coming out to be part of this conversation. Thank you, and God bless you. To everyone, it's goodbye from here. Enjoy, and God bless you.
It's happening again. Nigerian Spies presents a town hall meeting. Theme: multilateral discussions on achieving a strong force as Nigerians in diaspora. Taking place on Friday, the 1st of December 2023. Venue: Atlantic Cyprus Center, 10 Concord Road, Bedfordville, Johannesburg, South Africa. Time: 5 p.m. Arrivals and media interviews. 6 p.m. Town hall meeting. Event organized by Nigerian Spies. For more information, call +27 63 614 7532. WhatsApp +27 66 224 7498. Email info@nigerianspice.org. Instagram @nigerianspice_NS. Website www.nigerianspice.org. See you there.